Alright, y'all. I just beat Wario World right now, and I'm gonna yap about it for a bit. So yeah, let's go. So the story of the game is super simple. It's literally just Wario has a bunch of treasure, and then this like black crystal thing or whatever the fuck. I don't know who the fuck that guy is, but he steals all of Wario's treasure, and then there's like a giant chest that needs to be opened, and Wario has to go through like all the worlds to get keys to open that chest. And then like the basic gameplay is like you gotta collect red crystals to open like a door at the end of the level, and then you fight a boss, and then that's the level. Each world has 2 levels and then 1 boss level, so it's actually pretty short. The game is just pretty short in general. I think I beat it in like under 5 hours. It was, to be fair, I wasn't collecting too much stuff, which there is a lot of shit to collect. And speaking of the collecting stuff, when you collect enough shit, I do not know exactly what, but if you collect a certain amount of shit, you build up a statue for each level, and it's a golden statue of Wario, and that's how you upgrade your health. But I didn't do that shit once. I stick with the base health the whole game, which that leads into some of the bad things I gotta say about the game. The game is too fucking easy. Even without like any health upgrades at all, it was way too easy. And I think mostly it was too easy because of one simple thing. You can revive yourself infinitely from a game over. You do have to use some of your in-game currency, but to my knowledge, the coins are nothing but for the fucking fashion. I don't know what the coins are really used for besides reviving yourself. And you revive yourself like on the spot. It's like Devil May Cry, like yellow orbs, like on the spot, full revive, full HP, everything. You're ready to go. So that did kind of make it really easy. Another thing was the pretty boring combat. It's a fucking platformer, so the combat isn't that big of a deal. But Wario doesn't jump on enemies in this game. He straight up beats the shit out of them, which at first is a little fun. You know, it's a little bit different from Mario where you just jump on everyone. Like, no, you just straight beat the hell out of them. He has this like little spin move and everything, but it gets boring pretty quickly. There's not much. The enemies are pretty samey all throughout the whole game. The game doesn't really spice things up much. It stays the same mostly. And then I would say the last thing that was annoying was the fucking sound effects. There was 2 things that were really annoying. There's like these little forest creatures that you gotta collect, and they scream like help me, and it's super fucking annoying because even from a distance you can still fucking hear them. And then another thing that was annoying is every time you click pause, like Wario does this like singing thing, and it gets annoying pretty quickly. But that's about all the bad stuff. The good stuff, I thought the bosses were super cool. I thought the bosses were cool. At first I thought they were gonna be basic because almost all of them revolve around you either picking them up and slamming them down on the ground or just throwing them off the map. But they do make it like, you know, you gotta do some pretty interesting stuff to be able to open them up, to be able to throw them off the map. So I thought that was cool. Another thing that was cool is most of the time when you fall down a pit in this game, it's not just instant game over. You go through like this little mini game where like these ghost dogs are chasing you, and you gotta like hit boxes to try to find an exit out. That was pretty cool. That was pretty unique too. Another thing that was cool was the red crystal mini games. The red crystals you gotta get to beat the level. Some of those are pretty cool. That's where like most of the tough platforming was at. That's where most of it's at in the game. The music was pretty decent. I wouldn't say it was crazy, but it was alright. And then Wario's voice was cool when it wasn't, you know, that annoying ass singing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think the game was just alright. It was eh. I feel like you would like the game more if you're one of those people that like to collect a shitload of things. You know, if you like collecting a lot of stuff, then I think you'll get more enjoyment than I did out of this game. But because it insists on you doing that so much, and I just did like the bare minimum, I went through the game pretty quickly, and there wasn't much there for me. But yeah, besides that, that's it. Peace out.